When you're in a conversation and someone says, well, I'm a feminist. I believe women should have authority over their bodies in order to kill the other new body inside their body. Don't just be like, don't be sheepish. Ask questions. Know your faith. Challenge the error. Rebuke these false understandings of human anatomy, human personhood. Defend life with your words and your actions. I think I told a story. I was in a coffee shop and there were two ladies there, and we got into a conversation about politics. Both of them were Republican. But one of them said, but although I'm a Republican, I would never, I don't think men should have any right to tell women what to do with their body. I said, okay. And the other woman who she was with, I could tell didn't agree with her. I obviously didn't agree with her. So I challenged her on it, and we started discussing it, and she gave her take on it. I said, well, your take is the exact same take as Kamala Harris. She goes, oh, I would never agree with Kamala Harris on anything. I said, no, on this issue, you're step by step with Kamala Harris. And then the woman she was with said, yeah, you and Kamala Harris are actually making the same argument when it comes to abortion. And she goes, oh, I never thought of it like that. And then she says, I bet you're just some misogynist who, is married and has a bunch of kids but never cares for them. And I said, excuse me, hold up. Don't incriminate me. This is ad hominem. And I said, I am married. I have 8 kids. That kind of ticked her off. I said, but I love my kids. I'm not a perfect dad. I made mistakes, but I love my kids. I love my wife. I'm in it to win it. Love the family. And anyway, she was a little fired up, but then I kind of excused myself, and about 20 to 30 minutes later, she came over to where I was sitting in the coffee shop, and tears began to spring out of her eyes. And she said to me, I just want to thank you. And I was shocked because I felt like she was miffed at me when I left. She goes, I just want to thank you for having the courage and the confidence to tell me the truth. I just was quiet. And she said I think she said when she was 15, she got pregnant and her parents made her get an abortion. And it's haunted her whole life. And she doesn't know how to get around it. And she's like, you really challenged me to think about it objectively and not emotionally. And I want to thank you for that. And I just said, God loves you. Jesus died for you. And he has a path for healing for you. And I hope you will find it. And she was crying. At the time, I thought, man, I was pretty stern with this woman. I was pretty firm. But she came and said, thank you. And she said, that's exactly what I needed to hear. And I hope y'all hear this story and that you also are firm, but kind and loving and say, no, that's not it. Because there's a lot of people out there who are hurting. There's a lot of people. And wouldn't you be completely horrified if you not only aborted your own child, but it turns out that your child's skull or liver was trafficked and sold fresh, not frozen, as we just learned in the FDA. It's sick, it's wicked, and it has to stop.